Continuing on, 50 Cent. So I wanted to talk about this just because, I think people saying, why aren't you talking about it, Quake? Or do you want to hide the fact that this is happening? Blah, blah, blah. I spoke about it on social media. I'm not, like I said, I'm not biased towards 50. And I think in any way, I think I report on whatever's positive and negative of 50. I reported on a bunch of lawsuits he's faced, threatening people about the power thing where that guy said, hey, you stole my whole power identity, and 50 threatened and stuff like that. So I report on things that are negative, the mic throwing thing and stuff. So when people say I don't report, I'm like, I don't know where you guys are getting this from. So let's report on something that is negative and then, talk about the whole situation. So Daphne Joy, Daphne, I don't know how you pronounce her first name, Daphne, let me just kind of break down the history. She met 50, I believe in 2012, 2011, around there. Funny thing is she was in the Tony Yayo Curious music video. That's how far back she goes in music videos. So she's been a video vixen girl for a while. Me personally, and this is no cast judgment on any rapper or person, I wouldn't see myself having a kid with a video vixen girl. Or any OnlyFans type of girl, or any of these girls that just sell their bodies. That's just me. I'm not interested in that. I like a wholesome girl, and that's it. That's just my take on the situation, because you don't have to deal with these type of things, for the most part, So she, met 50, 2011, 2012, hit it off. They have a kid, and things seem to be good. They eventually break up for whatever reason, and, they're still joint custody. They're taking care of the kid. Everything's cool. The kid loves 50. 50 shows up for the kid all the time. Doesn't have the same relationship as his first son. It's good. Everything's going good. So recently, though, as you guys know, in the last episode, I talked about it, in the Diddy lawsuit, she was named as a sex worker for Diddy. 50 then had his jokes and saying, wow, you little sex worker. Like, I didn't know you were a sex worker, blah, blah, blah. She then responded, and she posted on her Instagram page. And initially when she posted on her Instagram page, she kept her comments on in the statements, but she actually, disabled comments. So let me go to her page. So on her page, she posted this as a first quote. She disabled comments. Surprisingly enough, the game liked this. So the game is liking all the stuff that's going on. So she said this: I am deeply hurt by the lies in the Rodney Jones lawsuit, which is Lil Rod, who did the whole lawsuit, revealed that Daphne Joy was a sex worker alongside Young Miami and another girl. She said, the claim that I am a sex worker is 100% false and character assassination. I am retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney. Then after that, literally minutes later, she posted this because 50 started trolling her and just saying, you little sex worker, LOL, I didn't know you were a sex worker. And then she responded with this. She said, Curtis James Jackson, everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. You're wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos onto people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs? For nothing. We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you. I'm tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you have never even earned. Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of raping me and physically abusing me. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time. So, first, this statement came after 50 decided to seek sole custody of Sire, the kid. So it came out immediately in reports that after 50 found out she was a sex worker for Diddy, allegedly, he decided to go to the court, family courts, and seek sole custody. So he wants sole custody of the kid, meaning he wants the kid every day, and that's it. She doesn't get to see the kid. Because in 50's eyes, probably, if he's thinking this is real, right, the sex worker thing, which that's what he's assuming that she actually was, because she was dating, quote unquote dating, Diddy for a couple of years. And 50 always kind of poke fun at Diddy because of that and her. So around that time, that's where Lil Rod's claiming that she was a sex worker for him. So in 50's eyes, it's like, I don't want my kid around somebody in that type of dangerous environment. That's how he's viewing it. So he wants sole custody. So after the sole custody thing, this is when she wrote this. So in that light, when you look at it from that light, it looks a little weird. I'm not going to lie. I'm not denying her because she could be telling the truth. But, at that moment, it was just right at the most convenient moment. And if you looked, she disabled the comments now, but if you looked at the comments at the time, like even girls were saying, girl, this is, what are you doing? Like, this is not it. Like, you're just randomly throwing this out there. And here's the funny thing, right? Or the weird thing, at least the thing that didn't make sense to me. If 50 raped you and did these things, why would you move closer to your abuser? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I know you want the family to be closer, but you would not, like, you yourself wouldn't move closer at all. You would probably find a way to make it work where he could see the kid more, but you wouldn't. Most people don't go closer to their abuser, they go further away. Now, I do have to say that back, I believe in 2013, 50 did get hit with domestic violence charges. And this was really swept under the rug, like, quick. Like, I remember when it came out, like, headlines were there. Next day, nobody really said anything. 50 did speak on it in interviews. I remember he got asked for that. I don't know what interview it was, if I remember correctly. Probably Hot 97, something like that. But basically what happened was apparently he was kicking her. That's what the reports read. But then once everything got finalized, it was finalized to he just destroyed his own property. And that's it. That's all that happened. So let's go over this article in 2013. This is 2013. American rapper 50 Cent on Monday struck a deal with the Los Angeles prosecutors for 3 years probation and 30 days of community service after allegedly kicking the mother of his child and destroying her property during a June altercation. So 50 said in the interview it was his property because he bought her all the things, but it's her house under her name. So 50 was like, I just got hit with destroying basically my own stuff. That's how he said it in his interview. The 38-year-old rapper, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, pleaded no contest to a single count of misdemeanor vandalism, with 3 vandalism counts and 1 count of misdemeanor domestic violence were dropped, a spokeswoman for Superior Court said. The Grammy winner was accused of kicking open a door at the condominium of his former girlfriend, model Daphne Navarez, who was also known as Daphne Joy, in a Telcola Lake community of Los Angeles, kicking her and destroying a piece of furniture, chandelier, and television. It was revealed after 50 was charged that he had fathered a child with arrears. He must pay $7,100 restitution and $2,390 in fines. 50's attorney, Scott Lehman, also said the rapper will also be attending counseling sessions in August. 50, who could have faced a maximum penalty of 5 years in jail and $46,000 if convicted on all counts, pleaded not guilty to 5 counts before agreeing to the plea deal. He could have actually done these things to Daphne. He could have actually kicked her. He could have actually done these things. If he did that, honestly, I look at 50 in a whole different light at that point. I know I say this and people are like, you would never 50. No, like if there was like, if Daphne had the kind of Rihanna type of proof where, Rihanna got beat in her face and then, like if she had that posted after 50 had visited, like I could never see 50. I could never respect somebody who puts their hands on a woman, period. I don't care who you are. It's just, it's the most pussiest bitch thing that you can do. So apparently he got all those charges removed and only one thing, which is that little destroying like her property. That's it. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't have evidence. Maybe 50's lawyers are just that good, and maybe she settled things and didn't want to like ruin things, whatever. But in that aspect, she's not lying. The whole abusing me. Now, what I mean by she's not lying is when she said it in this, that, hey, you've been abusing me, it goes back to 2013. There's some proof of that in terms of police reports and, actual thing that happened where they went to court. Now, is there any proof in terms of photos, videos? No, nothing like that, but it was documented in court documents and stuff like that. So that she's not lying about. But the raping thing, he's never been accused of that. Never, a single time, never. So it was a weird timing of things. And then 50 responded, released a statement first, which is PR did. It said this is what 50 said. The disturbing allegations in the sworn pleadings recently filed in court case related to Daphne Joy, the mother of my 12-year-old child, has required me to take all necessary legal actions to protect my son, sire. The most recent false and baseless accusations by Daphne Joy are clearly in response to my decision to seek sole custody of my son. My son, sire, is my main priority, and keeping him safe in a safe environment is my only focus at this time. So 50 responded to her and posted a photo of Diddy and her and said this: "You moved a mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back. Then you started receiving money from Brother Love. Now here you are, a little sex worker." That shit's ridiculous. No, he nailed that out of the park, though. Now you're starting receiving money from Brother Love. Because here's the thing, man. Here's how I view it, and I'm not dismissing Daphne at all, but when has 50 had a problem with a female that wasn't a baby mama? He's dated Chelsea Handler. He's dated Sierra. Who has he dated? I can't even think of. Vivica Fox. They've all spoken highly of him. Like, never said he put his hands on them. They said he's a sweetheart, all this stuff. But the baby mamas, the ones who have a financial incentive, because when you think about it, when you have a kid with 50, most of these women did, they were getting child support money. They're getting a financial incentive to be with 50, and that's it. It's a financial, basically, for them. I'm not saying that these kids, they don't view these kids as they love them. I'm not saying that the mothers don't love their kids. I'm just saying there's a financial backing behind all this stuff. With the women that he dated, there was no financial thing. It was, hey, I like you, you like me, we're dating. That's it. You're rich, I'm rich, we're dating. Cool. Vivica Fox, rich. Chelsea Handler, rich. Sierra, rich. These women, Daphne and the first one, I think Shaniqua, Daphne was probably a little more well off than Shaniqua, but they have a financial incentive with this. Because if 50 gets sole custody of the kid, I think child support goes, I don't know how child support works, but I think that goes away if you get sole custody of the kid, because why are you paying child support at that point? She can't look after the kid anymore. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that's what I would assume. If somebody gets full custody of the kid, child support is to pay for that kid's lifestyle when he's living at her mother's or dad's house. That's what child support is. So child support gets removed immediately after that. So you lose money. You lose financial incentive. That's what I'm talking about in this situation. So I'm not dismissing her, and if she has proof of it, the day that that comes out, I will shit on 50 right here on this podcast, and I won't fuck with them like that anymore. Now, will I still like his music here and there? Yeah, I think I can. I don't know. Sometimes it's gonna be hard to. It'll be a very sad moment for me, but it's gonna be very hard to disconnect from the music of 50. But as a person, I will view him completely different if that's the case. Continuing on, he just kept trolling her. I mean, he went in. I mean, he posted one of our posts, which is really cool. But then, he said, "It is what it is. See you in family court, sex worker." So, yeah, 50 was just going in on that, and he just kept even at the Nicki Minaj. He went out as a surprise guest at the Nicki Minaj concert, and I love all you, even you little sex workers, and all that stuff. So, we'll keep our eye on this, man. We'll see what happens. I think. If she has solid proof that he actually did that, this is a weird timing of it. That's all I'm saying. It's like right now you say this. All these years, 10 plus years that you guys have dated and have to deal with the child and all that stuff. Now you say it, and there's a financial backing behind it. It's a weird thing, man. So, yeah, we'll keep our eye on. We'll see.